politics is a very interesting game. And just like I keep on saying on this platform, in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence. Everything is normally well planned, well scripted, and executed to achieve a specific political objectives. That's politics. On Wednesday, Fred Okengo Matiangi, the Cabinet Secretary for Interior, who is also the Prime Minister, in quotes, of the Republic of Kenya, appeared before the Parliamentary Committee on Security. And during that appearance, Fred Matiangi dismantled William Samoei Ruto into pieces and exposed the lies, which is the hustler nation. And then the next day, which is now Thursday, Fred Matiangi was sent by President Uhuru Kenyatta to Zambia. What message was President Uhuru Kenyatta trying to send to his deputy? Because Fred Matiangi is not the Cabinet Secretary for Foreign Affairs. But the president, in his own wisdom, decided to send Matiangi a day after dismantling the deputy president. It can't be coincidence. There must have been an objective which the president wanted to achieve. In this video, I want to look at the objectives or the main reason why the president decided to send Fred Matiangi, specifically the message he wanted to send to his deputy. Now, on Thursday, which was yesterday, Fred Matiangi made this post on his social media handles. Fred Matiangi is saying, Kenya and Zambia enjoy a rich history of bilateral relations in trade and cooperation in strategic and mutual geopolitical interests. Looking forward to delivering His Excellency President Uhuru Kenyatta's special message to the newly elected President Hechilima. And in that photo, you can see Fred Matiangi disembarking from a private jet. And I remember the allies of the deputy president hitting on Fred Okengo Matiangi for using this jet. I can see the first message being sent there. Immediately Jubilee government got into power. The first trip was the one which I think the deputy president was involved in, and they had a jet, what became the famous Hustlers jet. So it can't be coincidence again. Then, after that, he made another post that His Excellency President Uhuru Kenyatta has also, no, sorry, he's saying Kenya is keen to form a new and enriched bilateral deal with the new Zambian president. It was my humble duty to convey this to His Excellency Hechilima in Lusaka this morning. And you can see Fred Matiangi with the newly elected Zambian president, and they took some photos there. And then he made another post after that, that President Uhuru Kenyatta has also implored his counterpart to support the CS Defense Kenya candidature for Secretary General for the Commonwealth of Nations. Congratulations, His Excellency Hechilima, on assuming office na karibu tena. Now that's Fred Okengo Matiangi. Officially, based on this, the main objectives were two: the candidature of Monica Juma and bilateral trade. But there's a message which is being sent to the Deputy President William Samoei Ruto by this particular trip. Anybody who can explain to me? The floor is yours. Take 2 seconds. I want to read you why you think the message you think is being sent there, before I explain to you guys. Okay, I know most of you guys are going to get it right, but most are also going to get it wrong. the first message which the president is actually sending to his deputy through this trip is that he still has confidence in Fred Okengo Matiangi. Let me tell you one thing. The mere fact that Fred Matiangi has now become the biggest and the greatest enemy of the deputy president and his allies, but the president is still trusting him, means the president has confidence in him. I remember sometimes back when the security were replaced, a gentleman on this platform was telling me that the problem is Matiangi. Matiangi cannot be a problem. It can't be. In fact, allies of the deputy president have been attacking Fred Matiangi. Matiangi is a nobody. If the president wakes up today and decides to transfer Matiangi to the Ministry of Sports, that will be the end of story. If he wants to send him home, the next day he can do that, the end of story. And by now sending Fred Okengo Matiangi to go and represent him, to deliver a special message in Zambia to a newly elected president, a president who initially, after winning, Tanga were trying to own, shows that the president has confidence in Matiangi. And that's the message he was sending to his deputy, William Samoei Arap Ruto. That's number one. Number two, I think, is also telling the deputy president that as far as the government is concerned, Fred Matiangi is still the most powerful. I'm not sure if the president had sent someone else, let's say Monica Juma herself, or even Amina Mohamed, or even Eugene Wamalo. Do you think he would have used the jet? I don't think so. Maybe they would have booked for him KQ, first class, then when coming back again. Remember, this is the same jet which Raila Odinga used in his trip to Zambia. So basically, he's telling his DP that as far as I'm concerned, the person who is now enjoying power, your power, is none other than Fred Matiangi. Because in an ideal situation, according to our constitution, the principal assistant to the president is none other than the deputy president. So the law expected that if the president wanted to send someone to Zambia, the first choice would be the deputy president. But that's not happening. So that's number two. Number three, I think the president also wanted to use this opportunity to campaign for Monica Juma. Monica Juma has been proposed to take over as the Secretary General for the Commonwealth nations. I don't know whether she's going to succeed, but the mere fact that Zambia elected a new president, the president personally went to Zambia to witness the swearing in, then the president then decides to send his most powerful cabinet secretary to Zambia directly. The president did not end there. Even the opposition leader, Raila Odinga, was also in Zambia. So basically what's happening is that the president is making sure that by the time they're done, this guy cannot go and vote for someone else. And of course, based on the way the president has stood with him, it means there is no way Zambia will refuse to support the candidature of Monica Juma. Number four, in my view, I think all these schemes are all geared towards blocking or locking the deputy president out of the international community. In Africa, the deputy president had a friend in Sudan, El-Bashir. We are Lianda. Then next door, there is Kaguta Yoweri Museveni, his good friend, and they're doing business. And we know that the last time the deputy president wanted to travel to Uganda, what happened? his flight was stopped. Now, friend Matiangi's flight to Zambia was allowed. The deputy president's flight to Uganda here was blocked. Where else? Malawi, there's a new president there. Again, the president and his team are locking the deputy president out of it. There is no way you can become the president of the Republic of Kenya without international connection. And events like the president sending him to Zambia, sending him to other countries, would actually build the president. I mean, will build the deputy president. But that's not happening. It's not happening because Uhuru Kenyatta is not keen on allowing the deputy president to build an international image. If you look at the history of the deputy president, William Ruto, it's a bit internationally, he might not have that right connection. You compare him to Mudavadi, Mudavadi has serious international connections. You compare him to Kalonzo, Kalonzo has served in this country as a minister for foreign affairs, a vice president. He was allowed freely. So Kalonzo Musyoka has that international connection. What about Raila Odinga? Raila Odinga, you start with Germany, where he went to school. You go to Russia, where the father had links. Of course, you go to other countries. Internationally, in Africa, Raila Odinga has so many friends. He has friends now in DRC. The DRC president, Shekedi, is a very close friend of his. He had a friend in Tanzania who died. But I'm sure even Suluhu might be turned into a friend. And that's why they're also locking Ruto out of Tanzania. You go to many countries, Raila Odinga has friends, both who are in politics and are in business. Ruto is being locked out. The president is not keen on Ruto building networks. And lastly, I think the President Uhuru Kenyatta, is also keen on creating his international image. In Africa, he wants to appear as that bigger brother. He has been in power for 8 years. It means if a new president is elected, he must work with him. They must know each other. He must work with him very closely. And I'm suspecting that the Zambian president might actually make Kenya his first or second trip after assuming office. I don't know what you think, but those are my thoughts. And for those who are watching this channel for the first time, I want you to take a second or two and click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thank you guys for your continued support. Joho is back. I saw him attending some events yesterday. So that video probably will still do it because the question we wanted to ask is, where is Hassan Joho as politics is taking shape? Also, Amason Kingi has started his political party. He's opening branches at the coast. How is that party going to gain traction? Is it going to side with the president's side or Raila Odinga side? Or is it going to form a coalition with One Kenya Alliance? Or is it going to team up with the deputy president? No, that's something we are going to wait to see. But there's analysis which I think we need to do. Why Raila Odinga should actually be worried about Jimmy Wanjigi's moves in ODM party. And again, Moses Kuria said something, and I've called my friend Ngige from Kirinyaga, and he's told me he's going to call me back. Maybe someone can go to Moses Kuria's Facebook page. There is something he posted there. Let me just get it. Moses Kuria posted something on his Facebook. Moses Kuria. Okay, Moses Kuria posted something on his Facebook in Kikuyu that Mushi umenyaguo ni murari ti muruoki. I don't know how to pronounce it, but maybe. So he's telling Kenyans Kikuyu proverbs. Explain this proverb in the view of what will be happening in Mount Kenya over the next 3 days. And that post by Moses Kuria has actually generated 4,500 likes. It has 3,100 comments. That's huge. So I want to try and dig what Moses Kuria means here. Thank you guys, and may you have a good day.